Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. So, as you can tell from the title, we're going to be doing a story time on how we met and our love story. Is it interesting? Do you think it's interesting?
I don't know.
I don't know. You guys can't be the judge of it.
Interesting.
So today I'm gonna be drinking the Smirnoff Ice Screwdriver. If you've never tried this, try it. It's bomb.
Pretty bomb.
If you like orange juice.
And I will be drinking, or already have been drinking, this limited edition pineapple Rita.
Cheers. So how we met? So maybe about what, 5, 6 years ago?
Yeah, about maybe 6.
5, 6.
Almost 6 years ago.
Something like that. I don't know, 5 years ago probably.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Okay, anyway, so yeah, a few years ago, I was working at this like boiling crab, like seafood boil place called Bucket Crab and Crawfish. If you're in the Inland Empire area, you probably know, maybe have heard of it, probably not. They have it in Ontario, like I said. They only have like a couple locations. But anyways, so I was working there for, I don't know, maybe about a year or whatever. And then at one point, we were hiring people. So the manager there at Bucket Crab was actually Rex's old manager, but obviously I didn't know about this. So at the time when we were looking for people, I guess she contacted you, right?
Yeah.
Asked you to come in for an interview and stuff like that. So he came in for an interview at one random night, but I wasn't there. I think my best friend was working at the time. Anyway, so my best friend at the time was working during his interview, whatever. But I wasn't. So blah, blah, blah. He went in for the interview. And of course, he got the job because
I'm handsome.
Ew.
Anyway. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so he got...
I was talking a lot.
Yeah, and he basically already got the job because his ex-manager hooked it up, which is our current manager at the time. Anyways, moving on. I came in for my shift, I don't know, maybe the next day or a couple days after, and I just started hearing like, oh, like... It's so embarrassing. Let me take a drink.
No, I don't like these kind of things. It's like all the yucky love stuff.
Stupid. Okay, so then I came in to work, and then I think, I don't know if my best friend was the one who told me. I'm pretty sure it was her. My best friend was telling me like, oh yeah, like we hired this like buff Cambodian guy. And I was like, oh, buff Cambodian guy. I was like, oh, okay. So like you're telling me this why? But I kind of got curious because she told me specifically about him. Like she didn't really talk about like anyone else because we hired more people than just him. So then I was like, okay. So then like I think he didn't work until the next week. I was like checking the schedule to see when he would be working with me, like when we would be working together, and I guess like it was a Saturday, and you know I knew he was gonna work that day, so I'm like, all right, let me look cute, you know, I'm gonna come in on my half shift, which is at 5, so I'm going to try to look cute. Like at this time I still have like my
super cute.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Was and her little what was that, high-waisted shorts, just shirt tucked in, and was it a little tank top?
No, it wasn't.
Or t-shirt. No, it was like a white t-shirt.
Black.
Like, was it?
We all had to wear black.
No. Oh shit. That's true.
He is just picturing
wrong girl.
Wow.
I was kidding. No. But yeah, her shirt was tucked in, and she had like a little ponytail thing.
Yeah, like to the side.
I remember she was standing behind the register, or the register, and then I walked around, and she's like, she turned and looked at me. I was like, oh. she was like, hi, are you Raks? And I was like, yes. And it's like, hi, I'm Amanda. She was like super perky and happy and super nice. Like I didn't think of anything like, oh wow, like damn girl. I was like, oh, she's very nice, like friendly way. And then I don't know.
Oh yeah, and then I said, oh, and then I just like jumped into it. I was like, oh, you can. Oh no, I think like we were just like walking around, and then as like we came like across each other again, I was like, hey, you're Cambodian, right? And then he's like, huh? How do you know? And I was like, oh, because I'm a psychic. And then
I'm like, oh, okay. And I said like, oh, you have ESPN, huh? And then she's like, yeah. I was like, okay. I walked away.
I didn't get it because I'm probably the only girl in this world who's not a fan of Mean Girls. Like at the time, I haven't even watched it.
I've never seen it. I just like, I always hear people saying it.
What else? Oh, and then after that, we basically just went on about our lives. Like we just always worked. Like I worked a lot at the time because I don't know, I was like, I was trying to make money. And
I hardly seen her though because I don't know.
Yeah, we never worked together because
they never put us together for some reason.
Yeah,
it was just that one time, and then after that,
like we would see each other probably just the weekends or something.
Yeah, and then and then like a couple weeks later, they put us together like every single day.
I don't know, for some reason we just ended up like low-key flirting, right?
It was just like, to put it out there, it was like innocent. Excuse me.
Yeah, it was innocent.
Like no, like she's aggressive, but it was just innocent things like, you need help with this and that, like work-wise. You know, I was setting up the tables and this and that section, and then she just came out of nowhere, out of her way, like, hey, you want like help? Can I help you?
Yeah, I was being nice because he was like quiet and like he's new. Like I wanna.
She thought I was a nerd too. Like
we would start like just like talking to each other and stuff, and eventually like, I don't know, like we just started poking each other. Like every time we passed by each other, like I would just poke him. Oh,
yeah, like low key poke, like hey, like you know, like on the side of the rib and this and that, like
yeah.
And then it went to pinching like the hips, kind of. Yeah. As we were passing each other. Yeah, last time I put my hand, like my whole hand near her hip as I was walking, I was like,
oh yeah, I remember that. So at the time, I was living literally like 3 minutes from work, huh?
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes from work. Like literally like two streets down. At the time, I was living with my 2 other friends who also worked there at the bucket crab place. So basically we all work together here. All my friends work there. And then there's Raks. So then after work we usually come back home, like say bring the food back home or something. Yeah. And then just kick it, you know, like
they never invite me until later.
We would usually like drink and eat and stuff like that. And then eventually after like we kind of got closer a little bit, like we start flirting here and there and like just work together more often. So we basically just got closer. We invited him over one night, right? Like we were trying to like cook and stuff like that. But at the time I didn't even know this guy could cook, so it's like
she didn't know I was like a chef or a sushi chef and this and that. She's just like, oh, come over, we're gonna eat and have some drinks. And I'm like, I'm tired. That job had me drained. Like freaking 12-hour shifts pretty much. Like damn, can I just work for like half day or something? But anyways, eventually I gave in. And
you made it seem like I begged for it. Come on.
You didn't beg for it, no, because it's just me being tired. Yeah. But anyways, like I gave in, and then I was like, fine, I want to go kick with her anyways. And then we went over, and then this one night we were just making like was it the taco night?
Right? Yeah. That was the first night.
Yeah. So I was up in the kitchen cooking up a storm.
In the kitchen, wrist twisted like a stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist twisted like a stir fry.
And then I opened up like a bottle of what drink was that?
It was Reds.
Oh, Reds. Okay, so I opened up a bottle of Reds and gave it to him. Like, here you go. So then I was like, you know, just cooking up with him. Well, not cooking up. I was like next to him.
Keeping me company because I was by myself.
Yeah.
Pretty much. How long already? Like
this been like a long time. So he was in the backyard.
Me and the other guy were smoking. It was a cold night. I remember that too. It was like, it felt great.
Oh, and then my best friend was trying to get at the other guy, and I'm over here trying to get at Raks, which, by the way, my best friend at the time is still with that guy. So
and you're still with me. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's so crazy, you know. Like that night was like the night that it all happened. So yeah. I think like they hooked up, whatever. Like they went inside, and then okay, so they were outside, and then me and my best friend came out, and
like,
then
what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
We're like smoking. Yeah, we're just kicking back and just smoking. Story short, they went inside, and then she's like, I'm cold. And then I was like, here, I'll keep you warm. You know? Yeah, I'm like, so and she's like, okay. And she was like,
so I went like
okay.
this.
And I was just smoking.
So it was like that.
I wasn't trying to make a move or anything. I was just like being genuinely nice. Like,
yeah, and I
didn't really think anything.
And I was genuinely cold.
Yeah, and then freaking like next thing you know, like let's go inside. Blah blah blah. I finished my cigarette. And we're still holding each other, and then like we kind of like backed up like a little bit like this. And she looked up at me. She's so short.
I'm so nervous.
She looked up at me and then like just smiling, just talking. I look, and then I don't know what happened, but we just like came closer. I was like, hey. We started like, you know, like after like 10 minutes of kissing, and we went back inside, just like started breathing, went back inside. And
hold on, let me say something real quick. It was so weird because I had never had anybody kiss me like the way he did. Like he went like this to my like hair. Like so he went like this and then like grabbed my hair and like I don't know how to explain. And then he just like kissed me so like passionately. I was like melting. I was like, oh my god. Whew. But anyways, moving forward, so that was like the big like firework, like literally like I saw fireworks. It still makes me so nervous thinking about that moment. Like
that's one of my favorite
moments for sure.
It's more of like a feeling.
Yeah, like you know when you're traumatized of something, like that feeling stays with you forever. So it's kind of like that, but in a good way. Yeah. Like every time you talk about it and you remember it again, you feel it all over again. It's like crazy.
Exactly. And then like at 6 a.m. I left. Nothing else happened after that. After that, we just like, you know, kick in, just like went to sleep, and then just went home. And then that's crazy. I'm surprised.
What do you mean? She ain't that easy. Eventually, of course, you know, like we got closer and closer, and then I think one day he texted me. He said, I think maybe the next day or like within the same week at least. Like he's like, hey, like I guess like we had a shift together, and he's like, oh, like can I give you a ride to work? And I was like, yeah, sure. Since I literally like live right there, you know, like he always passes by my house basically. And then he's like, oh, let's get lunch. And then that time we got sushi. I took him to a stupid place.
No, it wasn't. It was still good. Decent. It was a lot of like cooked stuff, and
because at the time before Raks, like I didn't really know sushi too much. After that, like I guess he learned that I love the chocolate Ferrero Rocher. So after after sushi, we went.
That was that same day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After sushi, we went to Starbucks right before work, and then he's like, oh, I'm gonna make you a drink. So I was like, ooh, okay. Like, no one has ever done this shit to me, like, ever. I was like, what the heck? He's like taking charge. I was like, okay. I tasted it. I was like, wow. Like, it tasted exactly like Ferrero Rocher. And tell me why we tried to go to different Starbucks after that to get that same drink.
You couldn't do it.
Nobody could do it. And then we went back to that same Starbucks, and they're like, oh, we don't have.
They discontinued that,
It wasn't hazelnut. It was like something else, like mocha.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
It was some type of syrup.
The hazelnut, the pump.
Yeah. And I remember another like highlight of that day was that like I think like it was a red light and we started like making out and like
oh yeah,
and the light turned green for a good while, but we didn't know, and people started honking. Remember? That was so crazy.
3 months later, we had a little barbecue in the backyard after work and everything. Brought the coolers and all that, sipping on some little Henny and all that, eating. And then we're all just kicking it right there. And then, like, you know, after everyone ate, they went inside, but me and Amanda Like we were just kicking it outside. She was sitting on my lap and we're talking.
On the cooler.
Yeah, we were just, you know, we went on a few dates and everything already. We were just talking.
Like fast forward.
Yeah, and I was just like smoking, and that was the night I asked her like
to be your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was September 5th.
Official. Yeah. September 5th.
And when
go ahead.
The night he asked me to be his girlfriend, he literally asked like, oh, like, I don't know, I don't remember the exact words, probably like, oh, do you want to be my girlfriend or whatever. He literally fell for me. Yeah. He fell from the freaking.
I ate shit.
Yeah, he ate shit because you know how coolers have like the wheels. So I think he was going back and forth or something.
Two-wheel ones.
Yeah, and then he legit like went like pew.
Yeah.
And then he ate shit.
Yeah.
But I still said yes because he fell hard for me. All right, so moving on, fast forward 2 years later. At the time I was working at my old job, which was City Wear, and I was also doing YouTube. And I don't know, like I think that's it, huh? Basically. And then so I told Raks, I'm like, oh my god, I really want to focus on YouTube so bad, but City Wear is taking up a lot of my time. So finally, one day I was like, you know what? Screw this, like I'm gonna quit. Put in my 2-week notice. And then like moments later, we took a pregnancy test and we found out we were pregnant with baby Cadence.
Oh.
And that was what?
I miss my baby. She's in the other room.
No, she's sleeping right there. But so that was July of 2017. And then in September, so just a few months later, I think I was like maybe 3 months pregnant at the time.
Yeah.
We got married, and here we are in 2018, end of July. Literally in 2 months, we're gonna be celebrating our first year anniversary. Our 1 year anniversary of being married. Woohoo! But yeah, let us know if you guys want us to talk about our labor and delivery story, because it was pretty insane. We hope you enjoyed we hope you enjoyed our love story on how we met.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too.
I don't enjoy these lights. The heat is making me feel very intoxicated.
I said I love you.
I love you more.